listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today. The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
This is the story of a DNA experiment gone mostly wrong.
BJ and Migs, mornings.
Consider this.
This happy couple, for instance, have a real problem.
How could you?
Remain calm.
Out of sight.
Be ready for anything.
The pros and cons.
Do not cross the streams.
This is BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, you know me, I love baseball, especially when they do cool stuff. Over the weekend at the A's-Red Sox game in Oakland, they had a musician named Caroline, and I'm sure she was sweet.
I get it. Isn't that the Boston song?
That's why I did it.
Oh, I know, I get that, but it's a game with the Boston Red Sox.
I guess so.
If there was ever a time for him to connect them, and I'm not a fan of it, if there was ever a time,
there you go.
This is the time, Danny.
That's their seventh inning stretch.
That's funny part about all this is that the game happened in Oakland, but right now in our studio, we have more people here than at the baseball game in Oakland. Right here. I don't know if you guys have been watching anything about that. Was that bad?
Dude, it's baseball attendance in general is just like, in Oakland is bad.
It's like on average they're getting like 3,000 people, I think. If that.
That's not good, right?
No. Yeah. No, when you can fit 40,000.
So is it going to be the Vegas A's soon?
Rumor.
No.
I remember, was there a rumor about them going to Vegas?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they've got to figure that out. Because they are, they have the San Francisco Giants in the Bay Area, and some people go, can that area support two teams? And, well, it looks like it can't, really.
The answer right now is no.
Hey, for the 3,000 that were there, they got treated to a very special rendition of the national anthem, as Caroline did not use an ordinary instrument. Instead, she performed the anthem by playing the saw like an instrument.
What? Okay, so they just don't care now. You're like...
Yeah,
Twilight Zone, man.
It sounds like one of those, what is that, theremin?
Theremin.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. That's cool, actually.
It's talent.
It's neat, but I don't know, man. I'd just probably go home.
Oh, my poor dog.
But Steve is right. If you watch the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com, there's
nobody there.
Yeah, it is just empty.
That's maybe why, like, who's going to do the national anthem? Like, I know this girl, Caroline, she can play on the saw. Is that good enough?
She's available.
Yeah, really.
It's talented.
Yeah. I'm not denying that.
And it's not disrespectful to the national anthem because it sounds okay, but it may look a little weird.
I'll be honest, when you said that she was playing the saw, I was picturing in my head, and this would have been less respectful, but remember that band Jackal with Jesse James Dupree, and he played the saw? It was a metal band.
Oh, I don't know if I know
Oh
this.
my gosh! I don't know if you can find the song. They had one song, and instead of a guitar solo, it was like a bluesy metal band. He would play the saw and like, and we'd do that.
Oh,
So-
I don't think I know this.
I've never heard of
Jesse
this.
James, I think, and the band was called Jackal, and it was like Jackl.
Oh, I remember Jackal.
Yeah, they were like
that with the JAKL. Yes.
They had the song "The Lumberjack." That's what it is, and he would come out with a saw during their live
Wow.
performances. Not unsafe at all.
No.
And he's like, so I'm like,
What, it was like a
Wow.
chainsaw?
yes,
Yeah,
Oh.
I found it. Here we go.
There it is. That's pretty awesome, actually.
When was this done?
Oh, this is like the late '80s, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like 92 was when this. Yeah, was when this came out.
See, it's a good thing that we were dumb way before TikTok.
Right.
Like, you know, like this seems like something that would be on TikTok. For
And he's
sure.
on stage rocking the chainsaw. So I thought that's what we were about to hear. So when I hear, ooh, I'm like, what kind of chainsaw is this?
Yeah, this wasn't.
Jesse James, that guy was a legend.
Oh, that hair.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I'm surprised he didn't get caught in the chainsaw. Good God.
I mean, it might have at some point.
The amazing part is they convinced the record label that this is a good idea.
Yeah.
It was.
They sure did.
Vicky's in.
This is Vicky's new favorite band.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know what other songs they had. I mean, they said the Lumberjack.
I think city folk just don't get Jackal. I think that's really what it is.
City folks just don't get it.
So you got two videos to watch. You got the Caroline playing the national anthem with a saw, and then you've got Jackal, the lumberjack song.
Oh, so Jackal's still around putting out albums. They're terrible, but their first two albums are awesome.
Interesting.
They're still doing it.
Why not?
Wow. Okay. That's. I mean, look, I love the fact that somebody is still willing to go see Jackal. If they're putting out albums, they must be playing somewhere.
I mean, that's a weird thing to like show up to a show with a chainsaw.
Yeah,
though.
it is. Good for them.
Yeah, right.
You know what? No one's doing it. They're the only ones who are doing it.
At least no one's going to crash the stage at that point.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Will Smith going to stay in his seat.
Yeah, that band gets no stage divers.
No.
You don't want an inadvertent arm being cut off. Man, why'd you lose your arm? I was at a Jackal show and I thought it'd be funny to stage dive. He wasn't trying to hurt me. He was just doing it solo.
Oh man.
And then there's a producer that had to sit in a room as this guy's holding a chainsaw to a microphone and go, "You got it. That's the take."
Fun. That's it. This is what's going to make or break you guys.
I need a little bit more tone from your chainsaw. Can you do it over again?
Yeah, right. Has it been tuned?
I do remember Jackal though got some attention for a minute. Like as soon as you spelled it, I'm like, oh, I completely remember this.
Yeah.
now.
So I hit up their website. Guess what their fan base is called?
Jackalopes?
No, the Chainsaw Mafia.
Oh. I would much rather them be called Jackalopes.
I do like that actually better.
The Chainsaw Mafia.
Yeah, that's their members club.
How many copies of that record do you think they sold?
12. How many
Dude, no,
chainsaws?
they were pop. They were like on MTV a lot.
Yeah.
Probably a lot.
You think $500,000?
Yes.
Okay.
Back in those days, $500,000 was not impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember them. I don't know how successful they were.
If they got the play, I'm pretty sure people
I
bought
couldn't
the
even tell you the name of the hit song like Steve did. I just remembered the name.
I only knew it as the song until I saw it. And then I looked online and I'm like, it's got to be the Lumberjack. What other song would it be called?
Yep, right on the nose with that one.
The Lumberjack.
The Timbers should play that as their national song when they play. 'Cause
dude,
they got
right?
they got the chainsaw that they do every time they score a goal. and
Okay,
stuff.
that'd be pretty funny.
Right?
I'm surprised it hasn't already happened. They're missing a giant opportunity.
It looks like their debut album sold more than 1 million copies.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what is that? Is that gold?
Platinum.
Yeah, it's platinum,
They're going
baby.
platinum.
Wow.
Man, every band went platinum back then.
You can tell there wasn't much social media back then.
And that's proof of why maybe streaming is a good thing, because no one got to stream the rest of the record to see if it was good. So I bet 1 million people bought it, and 999,000 of them were like, I don't want to know if I like this record anymore. That's amazing. 1 million copies sold, BJ.
Yeah, that's why we know who Jackal is. Yeah.
Can we get them at Pain in the Grass?
That I would not be opposed to that.
I love that the lead singer, Jesse James Dupree, he had his own solo album, and it was called Foot Fetish.
Oh God.
Well, their other big hit, according to someone, it was a song called Down on Me. Which, I mean, they're probably sad.
Yeah, I think I might remember Down on Me.
I don't know if I remember that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that sounds familiar. And Jesse James Dupree, now that I think about it, I think I do remember seeing a solo album from him.
They had another song, according to one text, that said it was called She Loves My Rooster. But it's not Rooster.
Oh, really? She loves rock and roll music.
Yes.
Okay. Well, good for her. She loves my rock collection. Well, with songs like
We've
that.
got a hit record label.
Yeah.
What's it called? She Loves My Rock.
She loves my
What?
rock. Does she? Yes, she does. We got a star player in the NBA that went off on a reporter last night because the reporter brought up that player's podcast. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the mix report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today. The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.
BJ and Migs, mornings, continues on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Puget Law Group for giving us the Migs Report. And today, it's a special day. And thanks to all the Rockaholics for reminding me, because to be honest, my brain wasn't moving that quick, and I wasn't looking at the calendar properly, and it didn't show up on our little calendar website that tells us all the special days. But today is June 9th. Happy 6-9.
Why don't the calendars tell you that? Why don't they go nice day?
Right? I mean, I'm getting all these happy 6-9 day, Migs. Hey, Migs, today's a nice day. I'm like, why? Oh, yeah, it's June 9th. That's awesome. It's also a special day if you decide, I don't know if this is so nice, though, if you want to just frolic around your neighborhood and wearing just a shirt and no pants. Today's the day to do it in honor of Donald Duck. It's Donald Duck Day.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you'll sound like BJ. Yeah. What's he saying, BJ?
You know what? It's like you guys don't know what I'm saying half the time either. So, yeah.
Actually, that was just audio from our argument yesterday.
Right.
Food or something or other. Yeah.
He's mad at us because I recommended a television show he didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much, I think, really all of the above right there.
Or maybe you just sound like a typical Boston.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, well, because of this story, I don't know if you were paying attention to the NBA Finals. It's rare that we talk first thing right out the gate. Let's talk NBA Finals.
Are the Celtics still in the finals?
Yeah, and their fans are making it very known that they're still in the finals. So the Boston Celtics beat the Golden State Warriors last night, 116-100 in Boston. So the Celtics now have a 2-1 series lead. Now, the story is, though, about Draymond Green, who's not very well liked by Boston Celtics fans. He plays for the Golden State Warriors. He did not have a very good game yesterday, had 2 points, and it was just not good. Eventually, I think he ended up being kicked out of the game as well because he had a bunch of fouls.
Oh, boy.
And then the fans, of course, decided to let Draymond know what they think of him. And, well, we had to bleep it.
I can imagine.
But at one point during the fourth quarter, when he got fouled out, they're chanting "F you, Draymond," and
boy,
here are the announcers just trying to handle this situation.
Goes back to Iguodala. They got 5 perimeter players in.
And Draymond Green hearing from the crowd, team chant as Brown inbound.
There you go.
What are you gonna? I know. What do you do about that? The classy Boston fans.
Well, Klay Thompson, who plays for the Golden State Warriors, was not very happy about that. In fact, one reporter asked him after the game, was like, hey, do you feel like the crowd was a factor in this game to you guys losing? And this is what he had to say.
It was not a factor. We've played in front of rude people before, dropping F-bombs with children in the crowd. Real classy. Good job, Boston.
Yeah, BJ. Good job.
You know what?
Real classy.
I will say this. I'm the old guy, but I totally agree with him. I don't know why you've got to do that. I don't know why you've got to do that. Because, first of all, you'll spark up the other team sometimes. And you don't want to wake a sleeping giant. You don't want to poke a bear.
I mean, even like Draymond sucks. I can understand. It's harmless. But man, I agree, man. I know, like, hey, the kids they should know they're going to something where there's loud crowds and alcohol. But it's like still, they don't need to be dropping F-bombs nonstop.
I agree. I just feel like there's got to be a level of class. Am I old for saying that? It really is the world like the F-bomb is not a big thing. You get to say it wherever you want, and who cares if you say it around kids? I don't know.
Well, Draymond Green's wife, Hazel, was not too happy about it. Went on Instagram, called out the Celtics fans for all those chants, as well as some fans. Way to go, Boston.
Oh, what happened?
Calling her a bitch and a mother blanker in front of her kids.
Oh, see, that is so classless. I can't imagine any of the Celtics brass or team getting not getting behind this or actually going, hey, you guys are classless.
That was on the big scoreboard. That's what they were telling people.
They were. Yeah. Well, see, then it was probably instead of the kiss cam, you got the B cam.
If you want to curse people, go to a wrestling show. Then
there you go.
Come to SOS Pro Wrestling tomorrow in Tacoma. You can say F Steve Miggs all you want. It's an adult show.
Yeah,
we encourage it actually.
Okay, then.
Well, I don't encourage it, but other people do.
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah.
One time people were chanting, F Steve Miggs at me, right? I hit a move and I go, who are we effing now? And I'm like, that sounded way cooler in my head than it did when it first came out.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who we're effing.
Yeah. We'll get back to you on that. It feels like maybe you're doing a lot more in the ring than we thought you were.
Who are we effing now? And everyone's like, we don't know, Steve. Who do you want us? Stop yelling at us. We don't know who we want to F.
Yeah. Crowd's like, I think we're in trouble.
But here's the craziest part. I mean, that's not nuts. So Draymond Green does a press conference afterwards. Obviously,
I would not even talk to anybody after all that.
And he brings his kid, which I thought was funny visual. So his kid's just hanging out at the podium with him at the table.
Well,
man. The kid's just sitting there like, come on, Dad, can we go home? Or can we get some ice cream?
Wow.
Like, this is just annoying. So one of the reporters, I mean, I get it. You're trying to find maybe something unique or different, a different spin, a question that was not asked by every other reporter. But boy, oh boy, this one blew up in the reporter's face. So he apparently was listening to the Draymond Green Show, which is a podcast that Draymond does.
Oh, all right.
And the reporter thought he found an angle that he could ask Draymond about, that maybe this is what's hurting the team. He's like, hey, maybe you're giving away too much information in your podcast where you're talking about the X's and O's of the game.
Oh.
And possibly Boston Celtics players or personnel are listening to it, and they're getting the upper hand on you guys because of that. Well, Draymond hears the question and pretty much just laughs at the guy and then just clowns on him. It's pretty great. Here's the audio.
Draymond, I'm not saying it's why you struggled tonight by any means, but I found listening to your podcast recaps the last couple of games pretty interesting. Are you conscious at all of what you're saying about the X's and O's, the game plans, the adjustments could be making their way back to Boston staffers and influencing their decision-making at all?
No. What's the X's and O's that I said on the podcast?
Talked about how to cover White, Smart, and Horford differently between games 1 and 2. That was really only...
Oh, yeah, that was just contesting shots. If that's X's and O's, then you're reaching for something. It's all good, though. Keep going. Reaching heavy. Do you find that they are taking X's and O's away from your podcast?
I'm not trying to blow out that.
I mean, you went for it, but hey, respect. Appreciate the podcast promo you just gave me, though. The Draymond Green Show. You next time just mention it that way. Monty, how much X's and O's you get from the podcast? Clearly, this guy, I don't know, man. Maybe that's the IQ level over this way. Respect.
At that point, I'm not the reporter. I just turn around and go home.
Yeah,
You know what? Maybe I'm going to go get the ice cream. I'll take your kid to get it because this did not go as well as I hoped.
And he just dropped the S-bomb in front of his own kid, which I was going to say, I thought it was kind of interesting that his kid is there, which means his kid must have been around for the game, right?
Yeah, and we didn't want to play. I mean, but the press conference started with his kid saying, F you, Dad.
Oh. All right. So this is how they do. Okay.
Yeah, it turned out that was all blown out of proportion. The Boston fans were really just...
they were just...
It was meant out of love.
Yeah, they were sort of... Yeah, they were like, we want to talk to you the way your kid does. I get it.
Oh, my gosh.
Does that... But, when you see his kid there, the first thing
his
I thought...
His kid looks so disinterested.
But I felt bad for the kid. If he knows that's his dad's name and he hears the whole crowd yelling that if he was at the game...
Yeah.
That sucks, man. That's what I thought was more powerful. Is like if his kid's there at the press conference and his kid was at the game.
Oh, for sure. Well, and even the mom said that the people were chanting these things and calling her a bitch in front of her kids.
Oh, you know what? I thought they were saying that in response to her
No, she put that post up because of how...
gosh, that's horrible.
She said, tough loss tonight, but in no way, shape, or form should fans be allowed to chant obscenities at players. Are they not human? Is someone, basically saying, oh, you're at a job where someone stands at you, says those things to you as well? Yes, actually at the radio station.
Yeah.
BJ says it to me every time we go to a commercial.
Oh, man, dude, that's a guy's family. That's
classless.
See, that's what's wrong right now is that someone doesn't just pause and go, wait a minute.
Shame.
You know what?
Shame.
Well,
you assholes.
Wow. Okay. You know
Shame.
what? I would not like my entire state to be represented by the basketball crowd. Well, I would like look as baseball fans. We always thought we were classier until people started throwing batteries.
Shame.
But we always thought we were classier than like all the other sports in Boston.
All right, let's talk baseball, BJ. Yet again, the Mariners won another series.
Yeah, wow.
Is this the fourth series in a row or something?
Yeah, but
man, they're turning it around, BJ.
Oh man, they got to get moving, dude. They got to figure it out better than this.
Hey, winning
Still
2 out of
500.
I know, but you keep plugging away. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay.
Yeah.
They really need what they need.
They need a good sweep.
Yeah, they need a good winning streak because those Red Sox, by the way,
and that's who they're playing next.
That's the problem. The Red Sox are one of the hottest teams in baseball right now.
Boston.
I know. I hate to say it, but
at least it's home. So hopefully they come here to T-Mobile Park and we spank them.
Remember they got swept by the Sox? That's why I'm saying they got to figure this out.
I know. I don't know. What do you want from me?
Yeah, why are you bring up old stuff?
Here's the optimism.
I'm bringing up the old stuff.
Mariners just beat the Houston Astros in the series. They beat them yesterday 6-3. Logan Gilbert played well. Ty France, another dinger.
Ty France is a monster.
And that's the first time since 2018 that they've won a series against the Houston Astros. So that's pretty awesome.
It is. I mean, look, it's very encouraging. It's early in the season.
Nice. It's time to take the Red Sox to Spank City.
They got to. You're right.
Wait, that's the deja vu next door to T-Mobile Park. My bad.
Take me down to Spank City.
Spank City's in the Soto area.
Yeah, it sure is.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I love it.
If the Astros are going to wear Space City on their jerseys, we should wear Spank City.
I feel like that's what Nike's waiting for is for you, that
I'd
idea.
buy 2 of them.
I would too, actually.
Yeah. One personalized and one that says Crawford on the back. It's J.P. Crawford's my guy.
Oh, J.P. Crawford's your dude.
I like him.
Okay, then. Nothing wrong with liking him. He's, you know what? He is a Gold Glove shortstop.
Hey, NHL tonight, it's Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The series is tied at 2 games apiece. The Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Will the Rangers be able to turn things around? They've lost the last couple.
Yep.
WHL Stanley Cup hosts. It's WHL Finals for the Junior Hockey Championships. We lost to the Edmonton Oil Kings yesterday, 3-2. The T-Birds are now down 3-1. Here's the good news, though.
Okay.
They play better on the road, and the rest of the series is on the road because of scheduling issues at ShoWare. The final 3 games, instead of having 1 game still at home, you're going to have to play all 3 games in Edmonton.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what Edmonton's doing on the road, but you're kind of like, really? Do we'd rather play them at home? It seems if I was Edmonton, but all right.
Yeah. So man, wouldn't that be awesome if it actually turns out because they're on the road, it worked to their advantage?
I like it.
It's that road ice advantage that the Seattle Thunderbirds are all about, BJ.
I like it.
I hope. Hey, as far as weather, 62 degrees, going to rain today. Thanks to Jersey Mike Subs for giving us the Mix Report, and that's what's up.
Hey man, thank you very much for that. I totally forgot that the Red Sox are in town.
Yeah, tomorrow it starts. Are you not going to a game?
You're not going to the games? Oh, my goodness.
How about this? I'm out of town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's bad scheduling.
I know it is. But, the wife and the way things worked out and all the stuff going on in life, I really couldn't say to her, honey, I can't see you this weekend. Why?
Why? The Red Sox are in town. She knows you.
Yeah, she would understand probably.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, she'll only be mad at you for maybe a few days.
Yeah. And how about this? I don't think I'll be able to watch any of the games either.
Oh, now that's just bull crap.
Well, it's not because of her.
Oh.
I have because of MLB extra innings and the blackout, because my phone is registered to Seattle. So even though I'll be down in California, they won't let me watch any of the games. And of course, I can't get Root Sports in California. So I am probably not going to get to watch any of those games.
You can listen to it.
Yeah, you're right. I could listen to it.
Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get.
Yeah,
if you want for $5 an hour, I'll FaceTime you and put my phone on the TV.
$5 an hour?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like I would just do it just to have you have to stand there for an hour for fun.
Like $15, right?
Yeah, that's about $15 an hour. That's triple.
I still feel like that's a good deal for me to have you just sit in front of your TV for that long.
I got one of those fancy little mini selfie tripod stands. I'll just set it up, set it and forget it.
Okay, then it's back to $5 an hour.
Ah, damn it! So you want my arm to be tired?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah, he wants to torment you.
Yeah, from something else. Yes, I want your arm to be tired.
How about the Angels? I thought, okay, they got to be in the cellar because they've lost their last 12 games. They're still in second place in the AL West after losing 12 straight games.
I know it is. The Angels were the Angels were like an amazing team. I thought, wow, what a season they're going to have, and they have just gone down the toilet so quick.
Did someone lose a bet where the bet was we need to lose on purpose?
Yeah,
because they're tied for second right now.
It's not. And look, it's. Right now, the Yankees look like world beaters because they just have 4 pitchers that are insane. So it feels like it's the Yankees and then everybody else, like in the entire American League. It's just a nuts. So everything's up for grabs. This will be a big series for the Mariners if they can win 2 out of 3, like you say, or I don't know if they play 3 out of 4. If they can win this series, or at least tie the series if it's 4 games.
It's 3 games. We need to sweep it, baby.
Sweep.
Yeah, sweep would be great to return the favor like they did back in Fenway where we gave them 3 games. That would be a big step in the right direction. But like I said, the Red Sox are a hot team right now, so this will be a true test for the Mariners.
The good news is, too, is they finally are starting to release more of those City Connect. I saw, the Rockies have one now.
Okay, that's what they're called, the jerseys that are like the
City Connect.
City Connect.
That looks
Rockies
cool.
One's pretty sweet. It's got the mountains on it.
I'm wondering if they're just, slowly rolling them out as, they get the inventory. So I'm waiting for the Seattle one.
Somebody texted in yesterday with a great idea. Call it the Grunge City. Instead of and we could have it. Okay, we're not going to make an actual flannel. It'd be a fun Seinfeld joke. Remember when they did the Yankees jerseys? They could make wool, but do the flannel design.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
On a jersey material. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah,
and if they don't want to go all flannel like that, they definitely could do piping. That has
flannel top.
I mean, yeah, if they, I'm with you. If they could do flannel top, it'd be amazing.
Like cargo shorts or pants that are ripped with long johns underneath it.
Wow.
I like this.
This is good.
I don't know how far they're going to get. Boy, that would be insane if they go that far.
They'd be like, it's a mockery to the sport.
I hope you're right, Danny. I don't know if they were just going to roll out because I feel like I saw that Colorado jersey earlier. Like I went because when I first saw one of the alternative jerseys, I looked them all up. I said, let me see all the City Connects. I feel like I've seen that one. The Giants have one. And Boston has one.
Not every team's doing it?
Not yet. It feels like it's a slow rollout.
Oh, man. The Boston one's cool.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, the Boston one is, those are the colors of I believe, the Boston Marathon. And the logos and everything.
Strong.
Yeah, for that whole thing. Yeah.
So bright.
That bothers me. I have to like it that much.
Yeah. And I think that was the first one I had ever seen that was like a completely different uniform. And then I think they thought, hey, let's make a City Connect for everyone. Like the Dodgers have one.
I like the Arizona Diamondbacks. What is it? The Serpiente? What is that?
Serpiente, right?
Serpientes.
Oh,
Serpientes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's for snakes.
You keep getting worse.
That sums up my life.
Yeah. Because that's a nickname for the Diamondbacks. People call them the Snakes a lot.
I like the Chicago White Sox, Wrigleyville.
That's cool.
That's pretty
really
cool.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about the Washington Nationals one. It just looks like almost like a stone.
Yeah,
color.
it just says WSH. Is that like it feels like an airplane code? Sometimes people have that for they like to own the city by just using the airplane code.
It's to remind them to wash their uniforms.
Oh, fair.
I don't get it.
I like the flowers on it, though.
I don't know what it looks like.
I don't get it.
Let's see.
It's got like a little flower print on it.
It's got flowers.
It's the signature cherry blossoms. And then apparently the typeface resembles DC's neoclassical architecture.
Oh, okay.
White Sox one's pretty badass. South Side.
South Side!
Coming at you on the South Side.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So I feel like that's all we're getting this year, but maybe like next year they'll roll out more and then they'll just release them so that, there's excitement for what? I don't know.
Yeah, the Seattle one isn't coming out this year.
Dang it.
I think Space City's my number one, but a close second, and it pains me to say it again, is that Boston one looks sharp.
They look like the UCL, the Bruins.
Yeah,
that's what, because the hats are like that light powder blue.
They almost look like a highlighter yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why, but I like it.
I know it is weird too. I'm surprised you like it too because it is just
pops.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. That's the City Connect uniforms. Is Major League Baseball basically just wants us to buy more paraphernalia,
which I will do.
They'll buy
gladly.
more merch.
Just do it with Seattle.
Yeah, they say a few texters are saying that Seattle's next year.
Oh, that's exciting! I wonder what it's going to be.
Saving, Danny.
All right, that's true. Actually,
I do like your idea of a little nod. I mean, the flannel might be a little much, but like a little flannel print, or the numbers are in a flannel, like kind of like.
Oh yeah,
that could be.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe the numbers and the lettering of the Mariners would be in flannel. That would be pretty awesome.
I think that'd be really cool because, I know that, the grunge scene is so far removed, but like we were talking about in the Megacast, and even Ted brought up a good point. It's like still, people outside of Seattle still look at us as being that grunge rock capital,
And what do you think? Do you think people are okay with the word grunge? Because some people don't like
That's
it.
just our boss and a couple other people. Most people don't care. I've heard even quote unquote grunge bands refer to it as grunge.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah,
because if that's the case, then Grunge City would be great.
Probably in the early '90s when it was blowing up, in the mid '90s as well. I bet people were a little fatigued by that word. Because it was just like, grunge this, grunge that, grunge. But nowadays, I think people look back on it with fondness.
So should we, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like we had a lot to do with the naming of the Seattle Kraken.
No.
Because we just kept screaming and yelling about it on their show. I don't care. I'm saying we did.
I believe it.
No, we had everything to do.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Not
Okay.
a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was trying to be modest. So should we just start pushing for Grunge City and pretend that we again have started a giant campaign and hopefully somebody from the Mariners will. I don't know how much each team has, like how much input they have. Maybe they have a ton of input, like they have 100% input. So therefore, maybe our words will influence somebody.
Yeah, Grunge City.
Take me down. I love this.
I mean, it's that or Spank City.
Spank City.
Yeah, I feel like Grunge City's got a better shot. So we should submit both just so that Grunge City gets the edge.
Right.
Yeah.
They submit Spank first. I'm like, that's terrible.
Yeah,
How about Grunge? Brilliant.
Thank you for saving us from Spank City.
Oh, I'd buy a Spank City.
Sorry, buddy. Yesterday, Steve did get this one right. But here's the thing. You only get 3 guesses.
How many justices are there on the U.S. Supreme Court?
2.
No.
1.
No.
6.
No.
9.
Yep, but too late.
On nice day, you were that close. On 6-9, you were that close.
I failed you.
You did. You want a shot at beating Steve on June 9th? Nice day. All right. Call this number, 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. We'll do that at 6:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney. And I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today. The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion, featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.